Hello. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Sorry I'm late. Happy birthday eve. Yes, it is my birthday eve. Crazy. Whoops. I don't want that. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I haven't been on a live in forever. I don't think I have. Oh, hello, my people. How are you? Sorry I'm late, Grandpa. I'm Grandpa. Um, Dan's at the hospital, so I had to wait. I had to get Ed up and going, and I gave him a shower. This mean old hag gave him a shower because he's stunk, and I forgot my hat. Damn it, my hair's gonna drive me nuts. So yeah, so that's my morning. I had to wait for him to get up, and then I wanted to give him a shower because I have an appointment later. And so I gave him a shower, and then Mary came early because she had to drop off a car or something like that. So we're gonna get a little exercise in today here so we can talk. So hello, how am I feeling? Tired. Dan hasn't been sleeping again, and I'm not sleeping. So when Dan doesn't sleep, I'm not sleeping. Good fucking morning, Craig. I was just going to ask if Joanne was still in the hospital. She's still in the hospital. They kept her overnight for observation. So she's there. They're hoping she'll go home today, I think. So Dan just woke up. When he woke up this morning, he got up and he just went there. So I was in charge of Pop. So I had to wait till I couldn't do anything. I was like, shit, I can't get on. And I'm so tired. Oh, my glasses are on. And I'm so tired and I got up at 6 and I was just like, whatever. Hi, Meshi. I am out of bed, Nikki, except I'm tired because Dan won't let me sleep. Thank you, Francine. Hello, Loretta. So Mary walked in the door right after I got Ed a shower. And I was like, oh, you're early. So it worked. It worked out. Hi, Daisy Lou. How are you feeling, girl? So yeah, I got caught up on things. Like I was playing with my social media accounts. I was trying to figure it all out, and I figured some things out. So I was happy about that. My hat, I forgot it, Ruben. I forgot. I love the Wiener Schnitzel hat. Hi, Sue. Yes, it's my birthday eve. May the 4th be with you. Tomorrow is my birthday. I will do a live. It's normally a members live. I might just go on for everybody. I don't know. I'm so tired. I don't go to bed. It's like I'm so tired, and then I get in bed, and then I'm up. Hi, Sammy. And then yeah, it's like 11 o'clock. Dan's like doing a pop change. You know what I mean? A pop change. Hi, Nate. So yes, I'm 21. Actually 29. Actually 39. Let's be real. 39. I'll stay at 39. Nobody wants to be 49. Maybe if you're like in your 80s, you know? I don't know. I know not 21. So I have an appointment today for my face. To get some stuff done, and then I'm back home. Tonight is supposed to be a member live. Hi, Mr. Time. Depending on what's going on with Joanne. Hi, Karina. Thank you very much, Karina. I appreciate you. I look good no matter what. Thank you. I appreciate it. So tomorrow morning, because it's my birthday, I'll come on and share it with you. Normally, I don't go on in the mornings, even for my members. I take that time to myself, but I might come on and share it with you so you guys can make me happy. Thank you, Kay. I hope so too. Andrew, let me tell you how cute Andrew was. So yesterday he comes up Saturday. He went to Chico Saturday. So before he left, he wanted to borrow the car. So he's like, Mom, I'm just letting you know, on Tuesday I'm supposed to close, but I'm changing my shift. And I'm like, what? Why? He's like, what's your birthday? I said, so? And he said, so we're going to do something. We're going to go do something for your birthday. I said, all right. So Dan and Andrew at least will do something for my birthday. It seems you could hate that stepping over that broomstick, being 87. The broomstick? What's the broomstick? So yes, so Andrew wants to take me out for my birthday. tomorrow. So me and my son are gonna hit the town. Yeah, hit the town. He is sweet, so I don't know if he got it off or not, but that is the sweetest thing, you know? I love that. That's my boy, you know? He's a little bit messy, but he's also very sweet, so I'll take the sweetness any day. Debbie, have fun on your cruise. Dan does need the treadmill. I posted a video for my members, and I showed what he did this morning. It was kind of autistic. I mean, he is probably on the spectrum. I mean, he is on the spectrum, but it was funny the way he had lined up his cups. So members on Facebook and members on TikTok and YouTube get additional content. So you have to be a plus to get those videos on YouTube. The one underneath, just engorged, is you get pictures occasionally, but that's it. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Well, I'm kind of casinoed out, but I do have birthday money. So they gave me like $60 plus something else for my birthday. So we might have to make a pit stop. Yeah. Those boys are special, Rhonda. I had to call because my two girls have credit cards, and I canceled my oldest credit card a while ago, and it's still having those recurring charges coming up, right? So I called last night and I was like, cancel the fucking card. You know how many times? I'm not 56, but thank you. Yes, we have 10 minutes from here. So maybe Andrew and I will go have a couple cocktails. And so I was just getting tired, and again, I got the bill. Another, whatever the recurring charges were. And I was pissed. I said, I don't want to pay it. I've called, hi, C. May the 4th be with you. And I was pissed. I said, you look at my record. I have been calling. I blocked the card as of December because I just was going to keep it for emergencies, if she needed it. But, anyway, long story short, nothing ever worked out. So all these months I've been paying these fucking bills, and I'm pissed. So I was on the phone with her. Anyway, it took a long time. So she was the sweetest lady. I think she was a little grumpy with me at first, but as I started talking, and I kind of told her, we were just talking about life and kids and everything, and she kind of loosened up, and she ended up being sweet, talking to her about kids and all that stuff. So anyway, hopefully this time it worked. So they're going to dispute it. She's like, I'll dispute the charges for this month I'll try. So it's in the process. We'll see what happens. But I'm like, I don't want to pay for it. Fuck that shit. I said, life is too expensive, to just be throwing away money. That could be used for the casino. You know what I mean? Grandpa's not like a circus animal. He's not like the special panda that needs to be shown to appease you. Yeah. By the way, y'all want to be funny if you're going to go up my age, you might as well up it to like 65 or 75. But whatever. I got to go getting my Harvey oiled. Get it oiled up, lubed up, do all the things. Send you. I'm washing your sweatshirt. I love that thing. My conversation with Comcast today. I had to call the vet. Baxter is still like he's on this medication. He's on the gabapentin and on the ibuprofen, but I don't think it's really helping him, right? He's kind of the same. It hasn't improved, just makes him more tired. So, the vet's like, and if he's going to continue on it, we need to do a panel to make sure his kidneys are fine. But I'm like, I don't want to do it. We need to find something alternative because it's not helping him any. I need him to get a little pep in his step. Hey, Arroyo. So she's going to talk to the vet and then find out. My friend Lisa gives a shot to her dog. So I was like, we need to try something else because there's no miracle in here. This is not helping him. Maybe a little bit, but he's miserable. So we got to find something that works. So I got everything accomplished this morning that I need to do. That was on my list last night. So, and then I got my Sam's Club order, engorged to the max. What's that? Hi, Val. So he did jump in the pool yesterday, but he had a little accident on the way out the door last night. So Dan was cleaning up some poopy, you know. Hello, Jacob. So I got just, more stress with the dog. Because then, what I'm thinking is, I don't know, it's like feature thing for members. Oh, I like that. I like the features. It gets people excited to become a member. Hi, Janet. So anyway, hi, Vivian. Why are you running on? Thank you. What am I running on? A treadmill, Sandy. A treadmill. Hi, Emily. How are you? So remember, to become a member, you have to subscribe to each channel and you get a little additional content, things behind the scenes that nobody else sees, pictures, like blogging, whatever you say. Is it a V or is it a B? And now it's pain-free. Well, see, mine can hardly walk and he cries a lot. If you look where you send super chats, there's a free membership milestone thing. Oh, nice. Why am I always working out in your lives? I'm not always. If you see me at night, I'm sitting down. Yeah, very simple. I've been doing this for 3 years. I just got my 3-year anniversary from YouTube. So I've been doing YouTube for 3 years by myself. So that was fun. Video, so it's vlogging. Oh, blogging. Well, what if I just do pictures of what I'm doing? Is that a plug? A plug? Oh, look at that. Look at that, Sammy. So engorged. I love it. Plug. Yeah, so I do plugging. That sounds really confusing. People might think I'm a pegger or something. I plug and also blog. I don't write much down, so I don't blog. Poor Baxi, I know. Gavin can make dog lose feeling the back end, so they go before they realize it. So she's on gabapentin. Woo! Look at that, salmon gorge, baby. I'm big. Look at that. Season gorge too. So no plans for my birthday, other than my son wanting to take me out somewhere. So I'll let him lead the way. He can choose. So I don't know. Hi, Katie. How are you? I hope I have a great day. I will. Helen, it's my birthday eve. Isn't that exciting? No. It's birthday eve. So may the 4th be with you, Hi, Judy. So I'm just hanging in there. I'm doing the best I can. I'll be fucking 52 tomorrow. I'm going to my esthetician today for her to make me look good. So look at Sandy's plumping. 24 months. Look at Sandy Brown. She's a 2-year. She got the purple sob. And look at that. Check you out, girl. Shit. Do we have any more purples on there? Yes. Happy YouTube anniversary. Thank you. So I got good. Anybody watch Mother? Her name's like Rabia. I don't really know her name, Mother. But for some reason, she calls herself Mother. So she, my BD was 5'1". Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, David. Mine's 5'5". How fun is that? I have a party every year on my birthday. It's Cinco fucking de Mayo. Nobody forgets that shit. Everybody else's birthday you forget. Cinco de Mayo, baby. Danny Boy won't get me anything. Look at Christy Joe. Oh, you're almost there. Almost. You're on the tip, Christy. You're on the tip of the tip for the purple. Shit. Nate's got to wait. They're doing a showing who's a member on here, so it's cute. I look amazing for 52. I wish I felt amazing. I really do. Hi, Sherry. So, happy 30th birthday. I'll fade. Shucks. We know that ain't true. So anyway, the Mother, she calls herself Mother. And while I was sick, I was scrolling a lot. Thanks, Josh. And I found her, and she's very clean eater. Very clean eater. And she's inspired me. I mean, I'm not going to go, she's extreme. I'm no extremist, but I've been doing really healthy things in the middle of the day, drinking the detox tea and doing some of the things that she does, which has me feeling really good, by the way. We all know the shit. We all know the shit that ages us and makes us feel sluggish. Happy birthday, thank you to me tomorrow. But I'm going to come on here and share it with you guys. Why not share it with your friends? Thank you, Lisa. Man, Ed was a little feisty with me this morning. I said, it's time to get up. I have shit to do. You know what I mean? And me, people hate me. I'm too aggressive. So I don't think it's aggression. I think what it is it's just direct and let's get moving. Like how it was with my kids. Let's do it, let's move it, and let's get going, right? Oh, it's your mommy's birthday too? So he was like, I don't want to get up. I said, bro, you got to get up. Hi, Maria. We missed you too. And I said, it's in the morning time. No, it's not. I said, yes, it is. It's the morning time. And so he was like, in the morning? I said, are you hungry? He said, well, yeah. I said, well, then you got to get up. He's like, okay. Hi, Fupi. And then he said, I don't want to take a shower now. Tough. My house, my rules. Everybody loves when I say my house, my rules. Oh, your house? Uh-huh. All right. All right. See, when I say that, he listens to me. People don't get it. Oh, she's so rude. Hi, Laura. I don't want to get up either, Nate. 6 o'clock, these animals had me up. And I was, for 2 days, I have not slept. I took a 45-minute nap yesterday. I bolted up because I thought it was Monday. I was like, fuck, it's 4:30. I need to wipe my ass, clean my pits, my vagina, my tits. So I rushed in the shower. I was like, I gotta cook dinner. Mother of God, I'm rushing around. Dan wasn't even home yet, but I was like, he's gonna wanna get on this fucking live, right? So I was trying to be better. And then I got out there, I was like, fuck. My Zoomies are like, it's Sunday. What? It's Sunday? Fuck. So I was ready for a live. So I haven't been feeling well, right? So Wednesday, as you can tell with that live, I was fucking pissy as all fuck. I didn't want to do it, right? Yes, and this is how we make money. I get it. But everybody fucking gets a sick day. You know what I mean? So, and that was me. Wednesday night's live was spicy as fuck. I was spicy. I was pissed. I was irritated. And I wanted to kill everybody, even the ugly people online. But Dan's like, God, you were bad. I said, you know what? I told you I didn't want to go on. I wasn't feeling well. And later that night, guess what happened? I got a fever and I wasn't feeling well. And then I was out for like 3 days. But he doesn't listen, That's why I was a bitch. I didn't want to go on. So I was having a little temper tantrum. I was touchy. When you don't feel good, you can't be nice when people are attacking you. I mean, I'm not nice anyway, but it just was fucking irritating me, right? It's like, can't you all see I'm not in a good place? Leave me alone. And that's when the vulnerability, they start attacking. So I was pissed. I said, well, he's like, God, you were bad. I said, you know what? That's what you get. I told you I didn't want to do it, right? I told you and then I was getting reamed up and down. It was just not fun. It's not fun, when you hate the way I talk to the old man. Well, Velen, I hate the way you comment on my page. Tit for tat, baby. And I told him, I said, well, so then he was trying to do a live on Friday night because he's like, I was a little bit better, right? I was a little bit better. And I was like, no, do you want another reoccurrence of Wednesday? He's like, no. I said, well then, no, I ain't doing it. So anyway, as far as YouTube goes, some people on the Apple iPhone can change membership easy. They don't have a problem. Others can't for whatever reason. Some people have found luck in the Apple subscriptions. If you have an Apple phone, go in your subscriptions, click on it, and apparently it could take you there. It's very complicated to upgrade, and I can see that because there's not a lot of you in those rooms yet. But, you got to figure it out. I mean, You got to fiddle faddle with it. Maybe go on a video. Some people have said they clicked on the member only videos and then it gives them an option to upgrade if you're already a member. So anyway, I thank you, Jenny. Love back from California. So I just, when I'm not feeling well, that's the way I am. And so I'm sorry for those of you who were offended by anything I said or did, but I'm not really, because if I responded to you, it was well deserved. Because I just couldn't stop. Those stones kept throwing. Tell Dan, Barry, you can tell Dan. You can tell Dan. I'm not telling him anything. This is my time, not Dan's time. F Dan, Barry, F Dan. So anyway, I'm feeling better. And even that night, I wasn't going to even drink because I just wasn't feeling it, but I had some wine to try to be in a better mood, and it didn't help. So women, when you tell your husbands you don't want to do something, hopefully they learn. So as regards with Ed, the same fucking things. I'm mean, I'm aggressive. I shouldn't take care of him. I'm so rude. As we all know, we all can be rude at times with our family members, right? It's normal. It doesn't make me a bad person. But what I show you is not rude. What I show you, I don't tape myself when I'm being rude. I tape myself when there was those moments of exasperation from Ed and myself to show you what worked for me, what worked for Ed in those moments. People don't really watch the videos. That old one of me, 45 minutes, he was sundowning, he was walking, it was 3 years ago, has resurfaced again on YouTube. And people are just slamming me for it. This other one that I posted that was really good, it's a reminder of how feisty Ed was, that I posted the other week when I said, this is my house. If you watch, instead of focusing on me, if you watch the whole video, I can't believe you guys don't see how it transitioned, right? From what it was at the beginning to what it was at the end. Oh yeah, you're right, this is your house. There's the pool. At that moment, that's when it clicked, but that was 3 years ago. So he doesn't have those moments anymore. Ed is a very controlling guy, right? Ed's a very controlling guy. He was. And so I had to use that personalization, because if not, he didn't listen to me. He didn't listen to me. He wouldn't listen to me. He would railroad me, right? If I didn't say it's my house. Once he said it was my house, he said, oh, sometimes he fought with me on it. Well, I want to see the title. I want to see the proof. That's what we had to deal with. So my house is not because I want to stake my dominance. My house is used for him because he needs it in his mind. And at heart, he's still a controlling guy, right? I'm a bad person. No, you're a bad person, Lorna. Is her name Lorna? I can't see. Lorna, no, I'm not a bad person. I don't do anything wrong. You're the one who's doing something wrong. Let's remember that. You're attacking me. For what? For caring for a man for 5 years, giving up my life to take care of my father-in-law. Yeah, that makes sense. Lorna, that makes sense. And now I care for him. Yes, I totally get it. Claudia, you have to be dominant, you have to be direct, and you have to be very simple. Those comments like that infuriates me, because I can see what a closed-minded person Lorna is. When people say that, Lorna, Brom, I just went over that, because Ed's a controlling guy. And if he doesn't know it's my house, he won't listen to me. That's why. So when I tell him it's my house, he gets it. If you watch and pay attention to the videos, you would literally understand that. But it tells me that you're not listening, you're not watching, because all you're focused on is saying my. Get the fuck out of here. Did you and your husband break up? Franny, as far as I know, we're still together, unless he just left me today. Controlling, he's 80. He's actually 94. But of those videos, he was controlling. He's always been controlling, Brahm. I'm sorry you don't understand how that works. I know it's a very complicated system of believing how somebody, as a young man, an older man, becomes controlling over his acquirements, like houses and him paying the bills and all that stuff. He gets controlling. So you have to be direct back. Hi, Carla. Yeah. Hi, Patty. How are ya? So anyway, you guys got to pay attention. Pay attention. I'm not tooting my own horn, right? I show you for the other caregivers how difficult it was. We don't have that difficulty anymore, right? So life is different. Be patient with Pops. No. Be patient? Why? What good is that? Come on, people, get over yourselves. Hi, Angel. People who obviously don't know the disease, right? And don't understand it and don't understand how not everybody is, why do I hate my husband? We'll get back to that in a second. Hold on, DeHoncho. I'll tell you why I hate him. Patience gets worn out sometimes, right? And those moments when Ed was feisty and he was walking, he was exhausting. He was exhausting because it was nonstop, getting up, moving down, taking him down. And when they're mobile, it's exhausting. And you're going to have aggravation. You're going to be more direct. You're going to be those things because that's what brings them down. Not everybody. You can't just go along with everybody. People say you're supposed to just get along. Go along with them. No, not with everything. Direct and simple. Yep. So anyway, why do I hate my husband? Well, what do you mean? What do I hate? What do you think I hate about him? What is it that you see that I guess I'm not seeing? So let me know. I'll clarify or I'll agree with you or no. Unbeknownst to most people, I love my husband. I know it's unbelievable. A lot of people don't understand it. Oh, yes, Barbara. I ran for the last couple of days. This is my third day. I love his bald hair. Yes. I love him. That's why I'm here. We've been married for 28 years. We've been together for over 30 years. Do we annoy each other? Absolutely. Does he piss me off? Absolutely. Do I piss him off? Absolutely. Because we're two people, two different people. We work differently. We move differently. Some of us do more than others. Some of us need more help. Some of us, ADHD, he can't multitask, right? So everything else falls. I got mad at him last night. And I'm going to tell you why. And I and don't even come at me because he asked me. It was so funny in the morning time. He said, can I go to the hospital and be with my mom? I kind of laughed at him. I was like, what? No, you can't go. Heavy. And I was like, of course go. Like why? It was funny that he asked me. I was like, well, that was sweet, but go, it's your mother. Unless you want an excuse not to go. So anyway, but what I did get mad at him for was he was home for a little bit and he was working on some work with Matt, the business guy, and everything else. And he was dealing with his nephew. And so he was, but he was still out just focusing, sitting, right? I was with his dad all day, doing the house stuff, right? Doing everything. We're being more mindful, Heavy. We're trying to be more mindful to each other. But I laughed at that because I thought that was ridiculous. No, you cannot go see your mother in the hospital. Anyway, so, and then I was cooking dinner. He's still outside, whatever, still sitting. Even though he's working, he's still sitting. And I was busy till 3 yesterday. I did all this stuff, had to get shit ready for garbage day, picked up the yard a little bit more. I move. I move around a lot. So, and then I cooked a nice dinner. I barbecued a tri-tip. I made twice baked potatoes. I was sleeping. Oh, yay, Loretta. I was sleeping and I was like, ooh, I bought potatoes from Mother got me all inspired on her videos. So I have potatoes, I have sweet potatoes. So I was like, I've never made twice baked potatoes. I didn't even know they were called that. So I cooked the potatoes, took out the middle, made, my little mishmash with sour cream, cheese, butter, and all the spices. And then I put them back in their shells and I baked them. Oh my God, I was a badass last night, right? I was like, Dan will get a good meal when he comes home, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I fed Grandpa, and I forgot Grandpa's pills. And then, I fed Grandpa, fed myself, cleaned up dinner. Everything was done. Dan was still outside. And I got Grandpa to bed because it was late. So Grandpa didn't go to bed till like 8 o'clock. And because I didn't have help. I didn't have help. He was outside doing whatever he was doing. So I did get mad. I was a little frustrated. So he comes up to me after I get in bed. Because once I cleaned up the kitchen, got Grandpa to bed, that's when I sat down. I'm watching Running Point with Kate. I finished it with Kate Hudson on Netflix. Really cute show if you haven't watched it. And I do my social media. I kind of get caught up on everything because I hadn't had a chance to look at it. And he comes in, and I was just pissy. He said something, and I was like, you know what? I'm irritated right now. Well, why? I was working. And I said, well, you don't even check, right? The fact that you don't come in and say, hey, does my dad need anything? I know you cooked, hi, Calvin. And, all that stuff. I said, I'm just irritated. That's irritated. Well, I wasn't not doing anything. I understand that. But I was doing everything. And you can take a minute and say, hey, do you need help? That's it. Do you need help? So I was irritated with him the rest of the night because I was like, now I can sit down finally and relax. Leave me alone, right? Maureen, he's not sleeping. He's not sleeping. Yeah, so everything's more accentuated when Dan doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep anyway, but he's like, now that his mom's in the hospital, he's really not sleeping. You have news? What? Tell me. So anyway, I was irritated. And that's okay. It happens, right? Well, I was just feeling overwhelmed, right? I put in a lot of work yesterday, and I was tired because he kept me up, and when you tell that, he's like, well, I'm not sleeping, and a man was cheating on me. Oh, no. That's why I told you there was a red flag there, girl. So anyway, that's the shit. That's the shit. I know. And so I don't ask, right? But my counselor, Katie, would say, you have to ask. Because if you don't ask, it's not their fault. They're not going to see it. Everybody's not going to see what we feel, even though we think they should, but they don't. So my counselor would say, that's your fault for not asking. Actually, she would say, did you ask? No, did you ask? So it's our fault, really, because I should have gone out there and said, I need help. But I don't, because that's what I do. I just do everything because it's easier. And I don't want to walk out and ask for help. So anyway, remember that. It's our fault. You love running? You just started? Good. Yeah, fuck him, Madison. Remember we said something was up with that? You can tell he kind of dropped off. So we never ever broken a bone. No, never broken a bone. Expectations are premeditated resentments. I don't know about resentments, but they're just a letdown, right? Because when you expect, you get let down because not everybody's thinking the same thing or feeling the same way you are. Hi, Laura. Same. And then I end up getting mad. Yeah, and I was mad. But I shouldn't have been mad at him. Hey, Papster. I shouldn't have been mad at him, but I was. But I shouldn't have been, right? He had a hard day, and I just took out my frustrations on him because I didn't ask. And if I asked, he probably would have helped me. So I should apologize for that. Should. Hi, Mary. Thank you, Truther. I appreciate that. Remember, a follow is good. I'm going to act like Dan. Remember, a follow is good. Like, love, repost, share the lives. That gets us growing and gets us out to more people. So anyway, I take a tri-tip and twice baked anytime. Oh my God, it was so good. And I cooked the tri-tip spectacularly. I did. Dan was even like, this tri-tip is so good. You did a good job. I said, good, thank you. But nobody really cared for my twice baked potatoes. But stupid. Stupid. They were so good. Fuck. So Hannah's coming home this week. So you'll see some Hannah videos next week, this weekend. So that'll be fun. So what's not fun is she drives me nuts. And I'm going to tell you why. Don't kids that come home drive you nuts? They do. You ordered my book. Thank you, Jody. Jody reminded me. Bye, Deanna. Jody reminded me I do have a book. I have many books, children's books, workbooks, and a book. And available everything on Amazon. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you want to support me, do it there. What's wrong with your mail? We don't know. Dan's at the hospital right now. Are you going to get them to help? No. Yeah, Lena, it's not their job. You know, grandpa's not their job. If they offer help, yes, but we don't expect our kids to help us. Not at all. Hannah will help like around the house, like she'll pick up or something if I ask her. But when she's home, she's home. She wants me to do everything. You know what I mean? She's like, this is my vacation. I'm like, bitch. Hi, Kaden. How are you? Oh, speaking of the devil, check out look at me. So anyway, but she's expensive. She's a label reader. She's a label watcher. She's an ingredient whore, right? So I had all these snacks that cost me $150 just to get for her when she comes. Lots of fruit she likes. She has expectations. You know, kids come home. I did too. When I came home, Mom, I want you to make me, even when I go to my aunt's house, I'm like, I need you to make me this, this, this. So she's got her fucking list too. So I ordered everything. She likes a lot of, fruits. So I'll have that. And all the healthy snacks are here. But it's expensive. She's expensive. They're already all expensive. And they still take. That's why I got nothing. 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 I wrote a book. Yes, Bonnie. Over a year ago. Yeah. I bet. Yeah, we wrote children's books. Me and my partner. And about Millie Pig, my pig. And I wrote my autobiography, one of them. And I workbooks too. Yeah. Death book too, which is like a preparation for your dying. The notes, memories, things you want your kids to remember you by. Caregiving is harder. Yeah. Caregiving is hard. This is one of the hardest jobs. Marriage and caregiving. I mean, kids are hard in a different way, but marriage and caregiving, I'm going to tell you, are one of the hardest jobs. End of story. Yeah. You wrote all these books. I wrote them with my partner. Yes. I wrote them. Well, I'm hugely incorporated in writing the children's books. Like we go over them together. I change things or I don't. She kind of does like a summarizing of each page, and sometimes I rewrite the whole page. So I'm very involved in that. The autobiography, we talk about it. We talk about things, and she writes them down in her own words. So there you have it. There you have it is my first book. And then if you have children's books, if you have children, nieces, nephews, get them the Millie Pig book. It's actually about my pig, if you don't know. My pig Millie, who has breast cancer, by the way. And so we're just doing it in memory for her because I want to remember my pig. And so I think this is a great ode to Millie. Thanks, Kim. There is a car. Dan's home. Yeah. Well, I best get shopping for books. I would love that, Bonnie. Thank you for the support. She was spicy. Yes, you should take a year off of caregiver. And marriage. I'd be bored, Rick. You know, here's the thing about me is I'm a bitcher. I've always been. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm this and that. Just always been that way. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I still do it. I still plug through, even though some days I don't want to do it. If I was bored, it would drive me nuts. I need stuff to do. And this is just what I do, whether I like it or not. Every day is different. You're reading my book now? Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. When you do it for a living, but when you're doing it 24/7. Yes. And perhaps let's remember, there are a lot of people doing this shit by themselves. There's no way I'm strong enough for that. I'm driving. Good. We'll be safe. So go to Amazon. My book is available on Amazon. All the books, you just type in Danielle Salinger, they should pop up on Amazon. Or it's in my link tree. If you guys know how to access my link tree, every book that I've written is in there. You just can hit it and it'll take you right there. So anyway, we can drink wine. I love to garden. I do love to garden. So this was a big to-do. If you guys saw my video from Vegas, thank you for the gifts, Heavy. This is, yes, I always like to point that out because I think about when I'm, like Dan too, when you have them alone, it's harder, right? There's more stress, more pressure. There's pressure, but it's a harder pressure when you're doing it alone. I couldn't imagine. So this is, don't tell Lisa, but anyway, yeah, I know you like to fern. This Avion bottle, if you stay on my thing, my friend is the bougie as fuck. The one who I stayed with, Lisa. Her name is not, I won't tell you her name, but it is Lisa Ramsey. And she's from Texas. And she loves Avion. I loves Avion water. And I always give her a hard time because she won't just buy water. It has to be Avion, right? Any helpful tips for new writers? Get a writer. Get somebody who can write your books. I don't have time to sit down. I started writing a book years ago after my mom died. I really did. And I wanted to talk about my, my grief. And it was fresh. And I just, that's why I don't write. For a while, make me feel lazy as heck. Sorry, Carrie. This is the most I've ran in a while because I've been sick. So I ran a little bit over 3 miles. Yes, been a caregiver, and that shit is hard. No one should judge, as well as marriage. A marriage, obviously, is really bad. It's the hardest because, you've got two people who are supposed to stay together for eternity. Nobody thinks about that when they get married, right? They think, oh, you're in love, whatever. We were together for a long time before we got married, so I knew what I was getting into. But there was always that hopeful feeling of maybe he'll change, and he did. He changed in different ways. Hey, Brown, my fellow Tennessean, yeah, you made many wrong decisions in life. We all do, Brando. I mean, you obviously have made a horrible decision because you're trolling people on the internet. So take your words of advice. Do something better in your life, right? There are seasons, that's for sure. Life is hard. And, although, and Papster lost his wife, unfortunately, and that's god awful. But, even the harder times, you totally want to relive again. It's like, even though you have hard times, you still love these people. You still love these people, and it's just trying to figure out to make it work. And the last couple of weeks, counseling has really helped me because it makes me think a little bit. Sometimes not. Like last night, I'm still human. I'm still going to react. I'm still going to be emotional. I'm still going to have those feelings, but to recognize them and to be able to be like, you know what? I fucked up yesterday. I'm sorry I put that on you. That was my fault for not asking, right? 100%. That's my fault. What are my children age book for? 2 to 8. I don't know, 2 to whatever. And people like my friend's daughter who's 17, she loves pigs, so she bought them for her daughter. Yeah. So, and trust me, it's totally eloquent. There's no cuss words. I promise you, they're literally for children. Your life is beautiful, Angel, and I guess it is. I don't think that. I don't think that, and that's scary, right? Hi, Potts. Thank you. Tomorrow. So we're gonna celebrate tomorrow. I'm gonna come on tomorrow. So it learning to accept and learning to admit your faults is also very important in marriage, right? Saying, I need to tell him, I'm sorry. I should have asked. That was unfair of me to be angry at you for something that you weren't aware of, right? They just aren't. And so I think with me changing, right? Men, when you change, the man kind of follows suit. It's like you have to change in order for most men to kind of come on the ride. And, and we have in the last several weeks, it's been different since that big blow up, right? So that's good. And that's important in marriage. It's again, communication, admitting respect is also compassion and understanding. I was wrong too. And, that's the thing. We have to, even if we don't see it in the moment, because where our emotions take over, it's important to recognize it after, right? Because that's how you reflect and that's how you become a better person. And that's how you change your reactions eventually over time. We build our walls, we don't communicate, we assume. Yes, I assume he should see me, right? I assume he should see me and know how hard I've been working, but he just doesn't think that way, right? Admitting is hard, Sam. And I'm going to apologize because that's part of my process of getting better, right? For myself. It's not for anything else, it's for me. For me to not have anger, or be sad, or, it's part of me walking the walk, right? You love reading children's books? Oh my God, I think you'll love our Millie Pig books then. They're so cute. To recognize and move forward with a different response. Yes. Progress, not perfection. Nobody is going to be perfect in this lifetime. You'll have great moments, but you're also going to have shitty moments. But what's important is to recognize when you've fallen off the wagon and work on that, right? So what my, communication breakdown, that's seriously good for married couples. So what my therapist tells me, take a deep breath. When you're feeling a certain way, breathe. I haven't worked on that yet, but I'm getting better. I'm trying. Realize, your emotional state. Recognize if you're frustrated, you're angry, you're pissed off, because your feelings are valid, right? But just recognizing, taking a break for a minute to be able to say, you know what, I'm feeling very frustrated right now. Let's resume, and then maybe recognizing, you're right, I should have asked and not assumed, those types of things. I have been around long enough to have seen you grow. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate that, Paps. I do. I really appreciate that. People think I'm just such a witch. And it's sad because, I'm really not. I mean, we all can be witches at times. We can be assholes. We can be douchebags. Emotions and how we feel about ourselves are responsible for our reaction to others, right? And so I literally try to, teach what I'm working through. I'm not teaching. I'm learning as I go, you guys. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm really not. Like, I'm trying to learn too. I want to be better. I want to die, with dignity. I want to die saying I did the best I can. You know what I mean? I want to die knowing I tried. I want to die and leave a legacy and people are proud of me, And you don't do that by being an asshole, not listening, not having compassion. We all have make mistakes. We can't change the past, but we can try to move forward with our future. Tuesdays, you have to be engorged, super engorged, engorged plus. What is it, Nate? I don't remember. What is your biggest motivation for being on social media as often as I do? Well, I really haven't been on very much. This girl has been cutting back on social media, even though it's what I need for growth and for money. I mean, this is my business. So this is the motivation is I enjoy being with my people. I enjoy seeing my regulars. I've had people here 2, 3, 4 years, right? I love having fun. I love joking. It's a good way for me to release. Social media has been a blessing for me in so many ways, and I love it. I truly do. So hi, Vanessa. Welcome back. So it's fun to finally make money and enjoy what I do, right? So we have to be on. You have to be on because the only way you grow is literally if you hit a viral video or you do lives and you put yourself out there. So I've cut back on the lives because I just need it for my mental health, for me, because I can't really work on myself as much if I'm doing lives every day of the week. And then I'm doing house stuff, taking care of Ed. I don't have enough time for myself. I still don't. It's weird. But so I'm trying to take time for myself, trying to cut back a little bit, even though, I work my ass off. I try to, I need to participate. We need to survive, I think I have found myself too, Donna. I found a purpose. Lil, go into your Apple subscriptions. If you have an Android, it's easy. But if you don't, go into your Apple subscriptions where, in your iPhone, under your whatever subscriptions. And Nicole had a great idea. She said, hit that. And and hopefully it'll take you to where you need to do on your phone. Or I've seen a couple of people hit my member live videos and then it takes them, I think, somewhere else. But try that. So anyway, so I told you guys, I was going to take you along my ride, right? My ride of counseling, what I'm learning, how I'm dealing with it, how I'm coping, and how, you grow with me. These are things that I think it's great to share, just like I share my life. I think it's important because people can relate to me, and that's why I have a following, because I remember people. We have jokes. I like to have fun. I also just like to be a regular woman, just talking like this. I can get silly. We can be crass. We can be bitchy. We can be, whatever. But I'm also just a normal human. I'm not like that all the time, maybe minutes of crazy, but I'm just me trying to have a good time, using social media as an outlet, having fun with people who've been here with me or people who enjoy or just recently found me for whatever reason, and I help them in whatever fucking way, right? I'm a cusser. Can I refrain from cussing? Absolutely. But sometimes I just cuss more because it goes along with my entertainment, right? Like, if you see any comedian, they go hard, they go raw, they go, they get racial and shit, right? And they don't get criticized because you know what you're getting. You should know what you're getting with me. And that's it. Yeah. I love cussing. I think fuck is the best word out there. And if it bothers you, then maybe this isn't the place for you, because I will continue to cuss. I don't need people to tell me to stop cussing, because then I cuss more, duh, because I'm too. Um, so, see, Nicole just upgraded. She's in Gorge Plus. Lil, she just did it. She just did it right now. So I do that. That's me. Stop trying to change people you don't like. Change yourself. I'm not here for you to change, nor am I going to change for anybody but myself. And that's what people don't realize. The problem doesn't lie with me. It lies within you and what you're watching and what you like and what you don't like. And the fans, of course, stay, right? I didn't even realize I didn't go to the highest one. Oh, so Nicole, help Lillian. She's having trouble. Not go to PayPal, Lillian. Do you have an Apple? If you have an Apple phone, you have to do it differently. So anyway, what you see is what you get. And I love who I am today. Finally, for the first time in my life, for the last couple of years, I love who I am. I can say I'm a badass bitch. Finally, I can say I'm a badass bitch. I never was able to say that before because I didn't believe it. And I can say it now because you know what? I'm trying. I'm trying to turn things around. I'm trying to be a better person for myself. I do a lot of shit. I would do it anyway, but I still do it, even though I bitch and complain about it. But I just do it because that's how I do it. I'm so pissed at your husband. Is that what you're talking about? Kim, I'm going to scream at each other when he's done. Kim, that's hard. Remember, honey, you got to walk away. Screaming's not going to help, and maybe he needs drugs, medication, anxiety medication. Is he on anxiety medication? We had to do that for him. So as you can see, I have different variations of Danielle. You don't have to like everyone, but I'm proud of who I am. End of story. No casino. No casino. No, I'm honestly casinoed out, but I can see going for a little bit tomorrow because I have birthday money and I have $60. Yeah. So if Andrew wants to take me there, drive me so I can have some cocktails. But I pay my. It doesn't matter how you pay that. It doesn't matter how you pay. You just got to go in your Apple subscription. You got to upgrade. You got to upgrade first. So anyway, I don't know what else I was going to say, but yeah, you guys got to keep moving. And I've been in a very, that sickness just took me out. I mean, I didn't run for 2 days. And even my daughter was like, you're not running. And that's how you know, because I'll still run when I'm sick. I said, no, I'm out. I haven't been that tired since COVID when I had COVID. And so it's been a long time since it's laid out. And maybe maybe I got sick for a reason. So I would, yeah, the Avion. I was talking shit. The vagina water is from the ferries, the special ferries in the French Alps. So my friend, my friend loves this. She swears by this water. So she sent me some while I was sick. And I was going to say, I hate to tell her, but I really do like it. There's certain waters that I can't drink, but I keep this room temperature and I can drink it like normal. Sometimes I just have a trouble drinking water. Anybody else? Ugh, sometimes I do. Mhm. Uh, oh, Bonnie, being alone is amazing. I bet. I'm going to tell you, me too, John. I forgot it because this morning's been crazy with Dan gone. Because I had to get him up and I showered him because it's just easier sometimes when I wake him when he wakes up to shower him right then. So it does. And this water, I have to say, room temperature is I can drink without gagging. So that's a good thing. Mary, I don't know. You're from Peru. I'm assuming that says you like my stuff and you like grandpa. And you're from Peru. Yes, I was tired. I literally caught up on all my shows, finished, everything. I caught up. Always room temperature, Tina, and it's something weird, but like I have trouble anyway with just water in general, unless it's really super hot. Bonnie, I've been tired. And so, let me tell you about my Lyrica because I started Lyrica again for those of you who don't remember. And the Lyrica, you can only drink, yes. And like, I don't know why it's the weirdest thing. But so I started Lyrica again. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. In Kenya is it's nighttime. Best to pay for your subscription. Crystal, my thought for my subscription would be my Engorged Plus on YouTube. I think. I think that's what I would say. YouTube, I think, is the ultimate better. But I've started to do similar things, but with TikTok. So as you see, I'm starting to post videos and stuff like that. So I mean, I think it's, you know, I don't know. I think maybe the plus. I don't know. Do you guys like the Engorge Plus? Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you feeling engorged with Engorge Plus? I mean, Engorge Plus on YouTube is a little bit more, just because it's a higher priced subscription. So I try to do a little bit more. Do I see a therapist? Absolutely. I do see a therapist. There's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist. Therapists are good for you. Hi Nikki. I'm hanging. I'm hanging. YouTube is superior. Yeah. And we have a really good community. I mean, the thing is TikTok, once we can grow the TikTok community, I think it'll be better. I think it'll be better. But until we do that, it's a little bit slower, I think. Melody, I'm feeling better, yes. But YouTube ultimately is probably the best because it's the most people. We're having a little communication breakdown because not everybody can figure out how to engorge plus. But so we're having a little bit of communication breakdown. So there's not many people on here right now. But gets me to look in the mirror and say, I'm beautiful and I love you. Oh, I love that, David. I love that. I think that's important because I think we don't believe we're beautiful and we don't believe we're worthy. And I used to end, and I need to start back with doing it. Is you are important, you are worthy, and you matter. You're important, and you're worthy, and you matter. And we have to believe that. And I finally do. I'm recognizing it more. By saying you're important, worthy, and you matter, are listening to your body, listening to your emotions, right? Understanding what you're feeling and expressing how you're feeling before you react. Those are the things you have to realize. But that's how it takes to make you feel and make you really believe that and look in the mirror and say, you know what? I am those things. Yay, Nicole. You're plus or Savin Gorge plus, baby. Get it? So that's the thing, is you have to believe it. And in order to be those things, you have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your emotions. I mean, this counselor is like, she is, even though you know those things, to hear it from somebody else, and the perspective, the different perspective, the clinical perspective is so interesting, right? And it makes you go, I mean, I know that, but oh, oh, you mean not just saying it, but actually following through with it. Got it. So following through with it. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Following through with it means this hair is stuck to my face because I had oil on my face. So it's like, ooh, it looked like I had sunburns. Oh, well, is actually recognizing. So in order to believe you're important, you have to listen to yourself when you're frustrated. If somebody's pissing you off, you have to say, okay, body, I know you're frustrated right now. What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? Right? That means you love yourself, right? By listening to yourself and saying, you know what? I'm uncomfortable right now. I'm going to walk away for a minute and maybe we can redo this later. But this conversation is making me feel a lot of things. Instead of reacting and then regretting what you do, it's take a deep breath, recognize, tell your body, recognize what you're feeling. Take a minute and say, okay, what am I feeling? I'm feeling very anxious. And being able to say, you know what, I'm anxious right now. This is not good. Can I have a moment? That's being important. That's being worthy because you're worthy to yourself. But if we ignore that shit, right? We ignore when we're feeling sad. We ignore when we're feeling frustrated. We ignore all that because who has time to deal with it? But by doing that, it's not respecting ourselves. And the more I hear that, the more I'm realizing that, oh, I got to take this moment. And that's how you become better. That's how you heal. That's how you understand yourself, is recognizing what you're feeling, right? Recognizing, oh my God, I'm very uncomfortable. This conversation, this environment is making me feel uncomfortable. I'm leaving. That's respecting yourself, right? It's respecting yourself. Who does that? Nobody. Nobody does that. I'm learning to do that, right? I'm learning to recognize. I haven't really voiced it yet because I'm still working on it, right? It takes time to build, but I know I'm getting the seeds here. She's laying the seeds. She's giving me examples. Some I don't agree with and I don't have to. Some I don't have to, but it's important to recognize what your body's feeling. That's being respectful to your body. That's self-love. That's in self-love. And that's saying I'm important. So I'm going to take a step back because I don't like what's happening right here. And I don't want to react. And I don't want to get mad because what's the point of getting mad? It goes nowhere, right? So you got to stop, stop and breathe. And I have to really learn that. Last night I didn't. I was able to breathe after I got it off of my chest instead of what I should have said, right? I should have said, I'm very overwhelmed right. And I did say that at some point. I said, I'm sorry, I'm just overwhelmed right now. And I could have used some help. And, but I should have said that. And I should have taken a breath. I should have said that and left it alone. Right. Instead of yelling at him and he had a hard day. Right. And then you feel guilty. Right. So we're not self-loving if we're mad because then you feel guilty about something afterwards. And then that's just more self-hate. Right. And then you go backwards and then you have this awful feeling because you're still feeling overwhelmed. But now I feel overwhelmed. I feel guilty and I feel bad that I just did that. Right. So self-love is recognizing what you're feeling in a moment. It's taking a break, moving away, stop talking and say, we'll get this later. I'm feeling this way. Right. So those are the things I'm working on. And I feel like, I've been a little bit more melancholy. My anxiety hasn't been so high. It helps. Believe it or not, this shit helps. It helps. So, with Ed, I lose it more because I'm not on Lexapro. I'm not on any antidepressant. I feel like the clonidine is helping a little bit. So I'm taking a very, very, very low dose of clonidine, which is a blood pressure medicine. Where is it? I think it fell off. I need to find a good place it's on my back. So I put it on my back. I don't know where to put it, but it's it's a low dose. It's a low dose for anxiety. It helps with just to kind of keep you numb. I think it has been keeping me a little balanced. So I like that. I don't need a lot. I just need a little bit. Just to kind of keep that little, she said, cut it in quarters and just put it on because it's blood pressure. I have low blood pressure anyway. So I can't do the whole thing because I don't want to be dead. So I think that's also helping me not get too overreactive. With Ed, he triggers me, right? He triggers me. That's normal. My husband triggers me. So yeah, and with Ed, you have to be, I'm very direct. I want to get shit done. I'm not a lollygagger. I don't have patience. So I'm very direct and to the point. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Move it, move it, move it. Get going, get moving, let's do it. I don't have time for this, Ed. Let's go. I've been like that my whole life. I don't give a fuck if he's 94. I still do that with my kids today. That doesn't make me a bad person, you know? We used to give it years ago. It was slow metabolism. It slows the metabolism. Great. Great. I don't need anything to slow my metabolism, Paps. Fuck. My metabolism has already been fucked up from perimenopause. We get the fucking gut here. Don't tell me that shit's gonna slow my metabolism down. No woman in her 50s wants to hear that. It is chilling me. It is. I've noticed it has. So I like it. That's good because it's different. What are we taking? Clonidine. So I had a patch on in Vegas. I had it over here last time, but I don't know. I tried it on my back this time. I put it on my back. So we'll see. It's great. It makes me just kind of chill. Did you notice I was a little chill in Vegas? A little bit different? Yeah, I feel like I'm just a little bit just, just a little, just me, you know. So you're not unblocked, honey. I mean, you're not blocked, Luna. It just, for whatever reason, TikTok is thinking that's a bad, so it kind of does what. I have a gut. Yeah, it's going down, honestly, because I didn't eat very much. Um, and I'm gonna share with you what I'm eating right now, because I think that's really helping me too. Slowing your metabolism will help your lips and talks last longer, at least. Oh, well, maybe I like that. Shit, this shit's expensive. I'm going today just to do an up. Just We never got the full charge. Yeah, I was a lot chiller, huh? Yeah. It just it just takes me down, which is good and bad, right? But I think it's good because I'm not feeling anxious all the time. So I'm doing that, my estrogen. I'm going in today because 2 weeks after my Botox, they go in to do if I need any adjustments. At least I'll tell you what I'm doing next. Yes, I play with the injections. I do. So come at me, judge all you want, but you know what? I do. I love them. So you can come at me. I love it. Botox is poison. So is the air. So is pumping gas. So is all the pesticides on our food. So is all the chemicals and everything you eat. So is fast food. So is life. Life is poison. So is drugs. All the medications you're prescribed or you take. Yeah. So don't come at me with that shit. I love it. And you know what? I get it from my specialist right here for my migraines, and it works. I love the talks. Yeah, I love the talks. I love the injectables too. I think they're wonderful. As long as you don't get too carried away. And if it doesn't bother you, who cares? And why to attack somebody who likes something? That's so stupid. So adolescent. It's low dose and you're not going to gain weight because you're active. Fuck you, Papster. It's okay. I don't know. And that's something hi Diane. Um oh good, Stephanie. 150 pounds, congrats. That's something that I'm trying to figure out about. I'm trying to figure out if I really like it because it takes a little bit of my spark away. It does take my spark away a little bit. So it's been a couple weeks, so we're just trying it. Um it takes my spark away, but it doesn't give me any more patience, if that makes sense. So he is very blessed. Laura, Ed is very blessed. He's very lucky. And he knows that. He knows that. The more you understand. Thank you, Special K. I appreciate that. A lot of like what Dan says, like what I do when I'm on my whatever you want to call it, whatever whatever, people just don't understand me, and that's not for you. Don't have to understand me. You either do or you don't. Hi Pat. I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to be me and find people who like me because of me, right? um and I never claim to be perfect, right? I'm not up here speaking that I'm the most perfect thing and expect everybody to follow what I say or do or whatever. I'm here saying I fuck up every day. I fuck up every day. I fuck up in my marriage. I fuck up in my caregiving. I fuck up with my kids. I say the wrong things. I don't do something right. I'm not compassionate enough. Let's use the word compassion. Now, understand the word compassion, which I just learned in my last couple of sessions. Compassion is respect, listening, not necessarily understanding, but recognizing what somebody's saying to you, love, and consistency, and being present. That's compassion. Compassion is every fucking thing rolled into one. Compassion is all that shit rolled into one. Not everybody has compassion. Not everybody has compassion. When I look back on my younger years, I didn't have compassion all the time. I mean, how many times do we just not listen to our kids? How many times do we say, "Come on, I'll give you something to cry about"? How many times are we like, "Really? You're really doing that?" That was unfair to them. That was unfair to them because they're allowed to have their feelings, right? But just maybe not in that particular moment in public, right? So we didn't know that shit back then. We just said, "Get the fuck in. Get in or I'm gonna beat your ass." You know what I mean? What I'm a Taurus. My birthday's tomorrow, Cozy King. And so, when you reflect back, sometimes we are compassionate, right? When they hurt themselves, we listen to them, we give them the love, we're consistent with checking in on them or they're sick. But we don't always give compassion to people. We don't give compassion. We probably weren't as good with compassion in our younger years as we are now, because I think compassion comes with wisdom, growth, and learning, right? Oh, it is, Kathy? Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, happy Cinco de Mayo. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate it. So, compassionate is acknowledging. That's a very listening, active listening. I hate it because Dan doesn't know how to listen, and it drives me insane. I'm like, you are not being compassionate right now. Listen. It doesn't mean you need to respond. Just listen and hear what I'm saying. You may not understand it fully, but those are my feelings and they're valid. Do your best to do something with them, right? It is, Diana? What? Yeah. So compassion, and I have compassion. I don't have patience. There's a difference. I don't have patience. I have compassion, but I don't have patience within the compassion. My patience went out the window when I went off of Lexapro. So back to Lyrica, because I know I squirrel. Squirrel. Eh, Am I not ADHD? Um, the Lexapro, I start Lexapro, shit, Lyrica. Lyrica, I went back on it for my fibromyalgia because I was in pain, people. I was in pain. I would say you have patience. I probably do special K. I'm gonna say that because I have Dan and I have Ed. Salingers are very difficult humans. They are. They need to be studied after they die because something in their brain is a lot different than most. No compassion, but patience. I like that. Um, Luna, I don't know why you're blocked. I don't know why TikTok is filtering that. It's not me, Luna. It's not me. My father is dead. My father's gunshot to the head. So my Ed, if you're asking about my father-in-law, he's inside. He's inside. So I appreciate it, Luna. I appreciate it. So anyway, I started Lyrica again because I was in pain. Once that shit literally came out of my body, you know what, Papster? Can you watch him, please? He's about ready to get muted. Nate, Cha-Cha Zelda, you pay attention to that Papster over there. I was in pain. Pappy, I was like, why the fuck did I do this to my everybody's like, why'd you go off of it? Why'd you go off of it? Well, because I thought I was cured by getting off of Lexapro, but I wasn't. Motherfucker. Then I was like in pain. Bridget. I don't think patience is gonna come to us. I told my sister-in-law because she was dealing with hold on. Bridget, let me get back to that. Squirrel. Um, and so I was like, everything hurt. Like being sore from workouts hurt. Everything because I have fibromyalgia. So I was like, I got to get back on this. And I went off my fucking med wrong. And so I was in 2 weeks of a deep, dark depression, thinking these weird thoughts. When people say, what do they say? When people say like they're in dark and they thought weird, you start thinking weird things if you go off wrong medication wrong. I was like, no way. I don't believe it. Bitch, bitch. I fucked myself up for 2 fucking weeks, y'all. Follow what they say because you don't know better. They do. I promise you. They know better than you. So anyway, after I went through that fucking 2 week of depression, and I had thoughts that I never have thought before, if you know what I mean. Like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here. Nobody cares. Nobody loves me. What the fuck? I don't want to do this. Like, bad. Like, my mind was dark. I've never had that before. Dark. There's been those fucking Schedule 2s, man. They'll knock you out. Yeah, I don't think patience is coming. Anyway, I don't think patience is coming back. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is. I have no patience with my niece and nephew. I'll get back to Lyrica. Um, and they were, her and her best friend were fighting, and I was like, Rocky, you're better than me. I'd be like, bitches, this is where we're going, like it or love it, because I was like, and then I told her, I said, this is why you have kids when you're younger. Even though she's an older mom than I was, you have more patience. By the time you're 50 plus, you're like, get in the fucking car, bitch. Don't be talking back to your auntie. Get it. Get, huh? So it doesn't happen. So I started Lyrica again, back on the Lyrica. Sorry for the whiplash. And Sue, I'll touch on that a little bit. Suzanne. So I started it, and I'm following the directions to titrate in back. And so I'm really scared because, I was so bad at depression, but I don't think I'm going to get off of it because it really did help. Yeah. So today I started titrating up one more. So you titrate for 3 days, then you add another pill, you titrate for 3 days, and then you start adding until your desired amount. So my desired amount right now is like 150. So I'm going to see how I feel on 150 and see if it helps. So today I started the 150. So I titrated up. I've been on 100 for the last 3 days, and I started with 50 today. And I have been so dizzy. I was like, all of a sudden, an hour in, I was like, whoa, wow, we're spinning. What shit? Oh no. Yeah, so that was a little trippy. Which it happens. And I kind of, I lose my body, my body, because it relaxes your central nervous system. So I started running into things again. I ran into the door this morning. Oops. Ow. So you do lose balance. A lot of people does that. You just run because it relaxes. It makes you sleepy. It makes me dizzy when I increase higher than 100. So I started running into, and I almost fell over today. So I'll start falling more running into the door. But once it titrates and levels out, it's fine for me. I just forgot about this. So I was a little trippy. And today, and with the weather, the way my eyes adjust to this weather is hard too. So it's all just tripping me out right now. Really tripping me out. So I'm probably gonna have a big bruise on my shoulder. So if I say this shoulder hurts tomorrow, remind me that I hit the door on the way out of the bathroom. And I just giggle now because I know what to expect. And like I almost tripped over myself, and I'm like tripping. I'm like, well, here I go. Here I go. Fuck, you can't fall when you're old. It hurts. It's not common for me to give it another go, but yes, the shoulder bruises are a bummer side effect. Yeah, my legs. So yes, Lyrica helped me. I realized Lyrica, I can't get to 20. I can't even get to 1 because I'm a reactor. So I'm trying to teach myself to not react as much and just to, on social media, I'm going to react because that's just my shtick, right? I like to react to the ugly on social media. So I enjoy doing it, right? I enjoy giving them back the reality of what they're doing. And people don't understand that. I'm not angry. I'm just spicy. Like you're coming at me, bitching at me for these things, but yet what are you doing? What are you doing? Take a look at your face. You're criticizing me for just minding my own business, entertaining people, right? You're coming here chasing me down. That's not my problem. That's a you problem. Thanks, Don. I fell twice in 60 days and I'm a Lyrica. I didn't know why I kept falling. Lyrica. Yeah. Lyrica. Welcome to Lyrica, side effect of balance. And a lot of people get off of it because they fall. So
Yes, it hurts a lot. Yeah, 100%. So you got to be careful on Lyrica. Um, it should balance out. If you're done and you're titrated to the level you want to be. When I went up to 300, I didn't like it, but I was also on Lexapro, so I couldn't tell fully. So yeah, and now that I'm not on anything, just a really low dose of clonidine, I really felt the effects. I think the Lexapro kind of like worked really good with it. And perhaps remember when I started Lyrica and I was like euphoric. Everything with Lexapro, I think, and the Lyrica works so wonderfully together that your central nervous system is relaxed, right? And that's why you're falling. So you're just, loosey goosey is the way I describe it. You're loosey goosey walking around on Lyrica. Yeah, so I mean, Rashi, it does happen. So just be careful. I fall a lot in the yard because I get tangled up with my feet and my shit. It just happens. And it's not nice, right? So I do miss my Lexapro, but I can't take it for everything else. So anyway, so I'm on 150 right now. I'm gonna keep it at 150 for a while and see if it helps. But it does. Helps. It's not a pain pill. A lot of people get confused about that. Lyrica is not pain pill. It's a nerve blocker. So what it does is helps those nerve zaps that you get. You know what I was getting? Um, I thought I was getting Bell's palsy. Remember I was talking to you guys about that before I left for Vegas. My lip was tingling, and I didn't realize, but that's a side effect. That's a fibromyalgia thing, and I was off of the Lyrica. Um, Now I learn it's the patch. Yeah, it was the patch. Yeah, it kind of like takes me down. Yeah. Um, I miss Lexapro. I'm on Lyrica. I can't take Lexapro because of my fibromyalgia, and it made my jaw worse. Yes, Lexapro was great, Katie. I loved it. I just can't do it because of everything else. Um, I can't do it. Eustace. I'm on 3 devices, so I kind of go back and forth. So yeah, I'm very dizzy today on the 150. It'll be interesting to see because I was on Lexapro when I started Lyrica. So it'll be interesting to see how the Lyrica is in general without the Lexapro. But I've noticed my chin neck area getting old it is getting old. But I've noticed it does, like, I still hurt. Oh, you take 200 milligrams 3 times a day? Holy shit. So you're up to 6? Yeah, I mean, you can go up to 6. No, you do whatever's good for your body. My people, so my doctors just want me to, that's the way my doctor wants me to do it. Because really, my doctors say, um, with the Lyrica, you go up and you stay at the dosage that's helping you. So as you titrate up, now I could have stayed at 100 for a while, but I know I want at least 150. So I'm going to see how that works. And then over time, you may need to add more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the clonidine. So I'm trying to figure out if I like that. I'm really trying to see if I like that. It takes spinal nerve pain, but you're right. It acts as a CNS depressant. It doesn't take it completely away. It makes it manageable. Yes, it makes it manageable. Where when I was off of it, I was like, this sucks. Like, it hurts. Like my joints, because it's a little chilly outside, my joints hurt. My lip was getting numb, this side. And I thought I was getting Bell palsy. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, well, I thought it was. And then I was talking to my friend in Vegas who has fibro as well. And we were talking about it. I was like, and this, and she goes, well, that's part of fibro. I said, it is? I thought I was dying. Um, so anyway, yeah, so it's part of fibro, and I didn't have my Lexapro. So I was noticing all these, that's a nerve thing, right? It was just one side. So it was yeah, lipitis. I was like, shit, what is going on? I think I'm getting fucking the palsy. And neuropathy. Oh, yeah, Patricia. And that's maybe sometimes, and I was getting really bad restless leg syndrome at night. And I was like, shit, that was helping. So I learned my lesson. Lyrica is for me. If this dizziness go, I thought I was getting the palsy. I thought I was getting the palsy. Fuck. I mean, could you imagine me going to Vegas with this, a droopy face? Fuck. I would have done it. I don't care. But yeah. So I'm trying to decide if I like this clonidine. I do feel really mellow on it. I don't know. And it's only like a quarter. Well, this one might be a little bit bigger than a quarter. I know. I think I would like a punching bag too, Sarah. I think I would. My luck, though, I'd punch the bag, break my wrist, or punch it and come back and hit me. I wanted to see the droopy face. I know everybody wanted to see the droopy face. Like wondering if it's menopause. I don't know, Katie, but it's a nerve thing for me. I can't take Lexapro. You can take. I loved Lexapro and Lyrica together. I thought they were amazing. I thought it was amazing. It made me feel happy. I can't do it because I have really bad TMJ. And the TMJ, it made the TMJ worse. Since I've been off of Lyrica, my fibromyalgia has gone down a notch, and so has my jaw. So that's why I can't take Lexapro. Lexapro is really bad for TMJ. And in turn, that's why I went off the Lyrica, because I felt so much better and my body felt so much better that I got off. I was like, I don't even think Lyrica's working anymore. Oh, bitch, it was. I had to learn the hard way. Yeah, it's really bad. So, and a sign of fibro's jaw is TMJ. Just so you guys know, there's a lot of signs of fibro, which is very conducive, reminiscent of menopausal symptoms as well. Hi, Vogues. Yes, I get Botox from my TMJ too and migraines. So they do. Which sucks, Kathy, is because when they do your jaw, fine, so your face kind of sinks in a little bit, right? And then with old skin, it doesn't look very good. But you got to do it because it hurts. And they put more. They put 100 and like 20 units in my head, my face. But then here's the problem. I have to go to my Botox lady because what happens is when they do for migraines, they just shoot it here. It's not aesthetic, right? Then I got a droopy eye because they don't worry. They don't study the aesthetic. They're just doing it for medical. So I was like this before Vegas. I was like, bitch, I gotta go now to fix it. So that's the bad thing I think about getting Botox for migraines is because they don't put it where it's aesthetic. They just put it because of what's medical. And then you have to go and get it fixed so you don't have a droopy eye, right? So anyway, I had to go and help. So I took pictures of where she did it so my lady could fix it. But yeah, I had this droopy eye. So she had to do a lift here so I didn't look so retarded. Ooh, I can't say that word. So I don't look so special. Sorry, that was a slip. I use that word. I'm not going to apologize for it, but if it offends anybody, I'm not trying to say anything. I just said it. Sorry. I say it though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna pretend like I don't use that word, but I do. Tardiness, my wife and kids are homesick. Ugh. I'm begging my doc to do muscle tension point injections. I get those all the time. Lady, she puts it in here. And when I go, I just got a cortisone shot in my hip, a couple weeks ago. I had to cancel my appointment with my hip doctor the other day. So fucking pissed because I was sick and I didn't want to spread the virus or whatever I had. So um, yes. Yes, Jen, it's fibro. I mean, that's like the tingle. If you got that tingle, it's scary. I'm like, was I doing this? And then it's numb and it's crazy. My highlights are grays. Thank you. My highlights are grays. Yeah. So I don't get my hair done. I haven't gotten my hair done in years, really, honestly. So, I don't know about Dan's mom because I haven't checked in with them, but I think she's going home today. I don't know what the outcome was. I don't know what happened. So we'll find out. D- uh, but I don't know what I was gonna say. Dan, oh, for those of you who are thinning, for those of you who have thinning hair, I ordered a topper. So I'm gonna start doing these things. I added in that video. I bought some clip-ins extensions to thicken up my hair so I can wear it down because I'm very insecure about it. And so now all over TikTok is these women, you're like, holy shit, look at how cute their hair is. Half of them, they're fucking toppers. They're fucking toppers. So I got sucked in. I was like, I want to try this shit. You talk all your aches and pains with your friends. Kathy, I'm in a major pain. Yes. So yes, it's from menopause, Rashi. It's from menopause. And I have one, but it's Timu. No, I'm not. Yes. Okay. So Amy, I am here for all the thin-haired girls. I am trying toppers. I have 3 more. So I got one that this one follower, and every time it's synthetic, it's not real hair. Um, but I'm going to, yes, 20 years ago, they look funny. Now, half the women you see, crazy. Even when they have hair, I'm like, bitch, you don't even need it. Why are you putting this shit in? But so anyway, it's for like clip-ins, for clip-in hair. So I have a couple just toppers. So you have some that are just toppers that protect this area. So it's a little thicker, but I don't know if I want to get that because they look real. Yeah. And because I can't wear my hair down, it might look good here. So I think I'm going to get a topper just so if I put my hair up, it's got there. And then I got this one that has 1, 2, 3 clips. So it just sits right here and you can put it as far down as you want. But I put one right, I'm gonna put it right here and it's longer. So I can actually, it'll fill in with my hair, right? So it's not just clip-ins. It's just one clip up here and it'll thicken up. So you don't have to style your hair. These fucking things are ready to go. I mean, they come out of the box and I watch. So yes, well, so anyway, I'm gonna try these toppers for you guys, right? I'm gonna try them because my hair's long. It's actually really long, but you can't tell because it's so thin. So I think, and you lose hair. Look, there's hair. But then for years, and I'm trying the Zova that you've seen all over TikTok and it's working. Oh, I don't know what that is. You can put, yes. And if it works, I'll put it in my TikTok shop. I will. So I am going to, I'm going to wear it when it comes in. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to put that fucker on and I'm going to enjoy it. So there's a couple more I want to try. A couple more I want to try and just the regular toppers, like they're real hair. So I'm going to get a synthetic and, I'm gonna get some real hair ones, I think, and just try it. So you can spice it up and feel good. You feel good. You're so insecure, and you don't realize how many women, right, are here in this part in their life. And it's such an, it's such a, and I'm sure you're like me. If you're losing your hair and if you have thin hair, you look at the women who are our age and you're like, how the hell do you have so much hair? Some women are very lucky, right? And most of us aren't. So yeah, so I bought some clip. I spent $200 for these stupid clip-ins, which, just help fill it in a little bit, and makes you feel a little secure with your hair down. And so I bought this topper. So we're gonna see. It's like in now to wear these toppers. It's in. It's in. You know? So I'm gonna try this shit. I'm gonna try this. Yes, the weight loss surgery can do it. The GLP-1s can do it. Some of you who are on the GLP-1s are probably dealing with it. I've just been, after my third child, I've just lost hair of hair injections. The PRP, they have PRP, which is very expensive. So the aesthetic place I go to does PRP, but it's like $6,000. I don't, and it's not guaranteed. So I'm not spending that shit. Thyroid issues, yep. I've done everything. MDT, I've done rosemary, I've done biotin itself. You know what I'm buying also? Those Lustriva things, G-Force or whatever the fuck they are. I ordered those too. Everybody's saying, "Oh, here's the thing. This is what I'm gonna tell you about because I've done TikTok Shop, right? Before where I've asked for the free products and then you have to do, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. You have to do if you get free products, you have to do um a review of the product within hate speech. Uh Somebody reported me. Of course, somebody reported me on TikTok. This is the thing you have to deal with TikTok, right? Is you have to deal with the people who are sensitive Nellies. Um, no, I've been losing hair forever, you guys. It's not something that's new. So what was that? TikTok. So these people who ask for free samples, right? They are beholden to the company to do a review in 14 days. 14 days. So if you're doing anything like facial oils or facial shit, nothing's going to show in 14 days. First of all, there's no miracle in a bottle. It doesn't happen. I hate to break it to you. But you use the product because you like the way it feels. You like if it brightens your skin. You like the dewy for hate speech. For dewy glows or whatever. It's not going to magically fix your face. So everybody's got to stop getting sucked into that bullshit. They have 14 days. 14 days is not going to grow your hair. 14 days is not going to do anything for you. So, it's really important when you follow those people, you got to know if they got a free product or if they bought it and have done it you need a couple months before you review a product for hair, especially. Hair doesn't turn around for 3 to 6 months if you're buying hair products for growth. Keep that in mind. Had alopecia flare-ups as a child, and we paid a fortune for the injections, and he said it was the most painful thing he's ever experienced, and they don't even work for him. So, Nicole, I'm gonna tell you something. I get those Botox injections in my head, and trigger point injections in my head, and they hurt like a motherfucking bitch. Yeah, it hurts like a motherfucking bitch. Um, the Miami MD, I think somebody said that. So anyway, you have to really know a hair product works within 3 months. It doesn't happen in 14 days. The collagen in my face at 71 is egg whites and lemon. Oh. You have a slow mo do they require you to do a visit as a baseline? I don't know what you're talking about, Jenny. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're asking. So, anyway, just a little food for thought. So, I didn't want to be beholden to I didn't want to be beholden to doing a product in 14 days, especially like clothing, I don't care. Right? Rugs, I don't care. But like the facial shit, hair stuff, I don't like that. So I do believe in that red light. I do believe whatever red light is going to help. I have one, I just don't use it. I don't want to be beholden to the companies for doing a product review in 14 days for something that's magically going to change your skin. I do like those Medicube things. I'm ordering one of those Medicube things. I love the Dr. Maloxin, whatever his name is. I use it on my lips. This is what's on my lips right now. Those things I think are amazing in their own way. They make everything look fuller. They make everything, whatever. That is amazing. Lady, I should be doing it too. I haven't in a long time, but I do like the red light. I really do. Anything red light that you can buy, I think is really important and really good for you. From TikTok, the floating umbrella stand with cup holders. I love it. Yeah, I do. I bought that 2 times now. So I have it in my TikTok shop because I love it. I love it. I love the way it feels. And I like put it around my mouth. I do. Occasionally I put it up here. I am buying that Medicube. I bought that. It's in my cart right now with the hair toppers. Because I want to decide which hair topper. I have like 5 of them, but I can't afford to buy all that. So I will be getting the Medicube one because there was a couple nurses that said there's a certain ingredient in that one that I can't remember that is really helpful for like fluffing, like filling in. So, kind of the same thing, but without, and the nurses love this one too. So I love it. So if you like it, do it. Um, and the toppers, I'll let all my hair ladies know because I know there's a lot of you that are like, what do you do for your hair? I literally put on minoxidil. I use minoxidil, been using minoxidil since I was 36 because that's the only thing that is a guaranteed hair growth. They don't want to put me on the oral because I'm old and it does something with your heart. So, and I just don't want to be beholden to, and again, you get like massive shed. There's a lot of things that happen with that pill too. So it's scary, right? Um, and I do some oils sometimes. I don't do always the oils, but I do some banana oil or sometimes I don't do the castor oil because it's really hard to get out of my hair. I do the rosemary oils occasionally, maybe once a week. I have been really bad with it, but when I know I'm gonna wash my hair, I do it the night before. Um, what else? I've used every shampoo imaginable. I've done every fucking thing. It is what it is. It is what it is. You do the best you can. Sometimes genetically, we just are genetically prone to lose our hair for whatever reason. My mom had thick hair until the day she died. Even after her chemo, she ended up coming back with a full head of fucking hair. And so I just don't have that gene. If you look at my family line, my other side, my dad's side, a lot of the women have thin hair. So, did it hurt when I got my eyebrows done? No. I'd go to Turkey and no, thank you. No, thank you. So, anyway, so that's just a little bit. That's just a little bit. but and going full bald. Yes. Well, who cares? Todd, the pools are a little chilly here in Missouri, but we're getting there. So I've tried all shampoos mostly. I've tried the caffeine shampoos. My favorite is Nioxin. You guys, Nioxin, is that no Nizoral? Nizoral. It's a DHT blocker. It's for dandruff. So that's probably my favorite shampoo is Nizoral. And that's I think it might be in my TikTok shop. Um, I've used the caffeine. Dr. Groot is also one that they said. There's also a Korean one I bought, and I have them all in my shower, and I just rotate them. That's what I do. I just rotate them. Nizoral, Nizral, Nizral. It's an anti-dandruff shampoo with DHT blocker. Yeah, for healthy scalp, because a lot of it too, got to keep your scalp healthy. Healthy. Yeah, well, it's coming, Nate. So you got to start just preparing for it. You have your buzz cut, so you're good. I think that's how you prepare. So anyway, yes, I've done it all. And nothing really works. I think that minoxidil probably works. It'd be scary to know what it would be like if I didn't take it, didn't use it, the minoxidil. So, and I feel like hair grows has different cycles. And so there's some cycles that I feel like it's thickening. And then there's other cycles that I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Hello from South Africa. So it is genetics, I think. Yeah, and Jane, I don't do the Nutrafol. I do Mary Ruth's. I like Mary Ruth's, but I'm getting those Lustriva ones, the G-Force, where everybody swears by them. So we'll try it. I'm gonna try it. I'll do it in addition to everything. I don't give a shit. So yeah. Hi, Kelly. So I'm excited about these hair toppers. I really am. So I'll share with you, and whatever. You take Lyrica and Cymbalta, yeah. So I'm trying to decide. What do you like this? And the longer I'm using it, this clonidine, I think the more, the more I still feel really like mellow. And I don't know if I like it, but do I really want to go and try a different medication? I don't know. Are they using toppers? Yeah, I know. I know. And some of them, I'm like, "Was she had a topper on this whole time? What the fuck?" So I'm doing 3 times. It's awesome, but I feel so mellow. I don't know if I like it. Fuck. Does Ed still miss driving the Subaru? Actually, John, he doesn't even mention it. Yeah, I've used it for 8 years. Most expensive damn shampoo. It is expensive, but it lasts. I mean, I don't use it every day. You're only supposed to use it twice a week, I think. Sometimes I go like 3 days because I'm just lazy and not going anywhere, and I don't wash my hair. I do not take anything oral for my hair now. But you know what I was thinking when she was injecting my scalp with what do you call it? With Botox, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if that would relax the tension in my head to where the follicles won't like want to escape. That's what goes through my mind. They prescribe that for ADHD too, which might be why you feel chill. Clonidine? Clonidine makes you the ADHD? What? Jesus loves me? I know he does. Shit. Everybody loves me. Hi Steven. What? I don't know. Do you like this, Danielle? And I feel like I said, the longer I'm on it, the more chill I feel. Still no patience, but chill. Takes it to sleep. Damn. Shit. Did I lose my spark? Yes, it's for high blood pressure primarily, but they found it helps with anxiety. So that's why my jaw doctor gave it to me. She's like, I think you need this because, all that anxiety affects the jaw. So I was like, all right, give me something, girl, because I can't do. It's either one or the other. It's patience and anxiety, or it's just anxiety and no patience. You are this clonidine like making me. I mean, it's not perfect, right? Like I'm taking a low dose of it. Could you imagine if I was on the whole fucking patch? I'd fucking not move. Um, yeah, I'm taking. I don't know what the patch is, but I'm taking a quarter of the patch. Yeah, and I mean, sometimes here's what happens with my anxiety. I'm gonna tell you right now. Um, Clonidine didn't work. What's happening is when I feel anxious, I still have those feelings, but it doesn't stay, right? I might get anxious, deal with the problem, and then I come down. So I know that's what's good about it, is it doesn't prevent it. Nothing's going to prevent it. You're still going to have some feeling. And I don't want it to, I just don't want to walk around like, that. So, drugs. Texas girl. No, so for anxiety, my maxillofacial doctor gave me clonidine, which is a blood pressure medicine, but in small doses, it can help with anxiety. So that's what I'm doing. And I just feel mellow and I don't know if I like it. I'm still deciding whether or not I like it. It's like I can't almost get too overly excited anymore. It takes away my spark, you know? It takes away my spark. So I don't know. Stephanie, I don't need to do anything you tell me to do, honey. If you don't like it, you have a choice. I'm not bugging you to be here. I'm not bugging you to follow me. Not bugging you to give me money. I'm not bugging you for anything. That's your choice whether or not you want to be here or not. I'm not going to stop cussing because some stranger told me to. I can't please everybody. I love the word fuck, and I ain't going to stop using it. Um, shit. Maybe take it at night. It's a patch, Lily, so it's slow release. Yeah, it's a slow release patch. She said she liked the patches better. She's had better her patients. Her patients is her patients. Her patients have better luck with the patch because it's slow release. I feel slow. Never plan to say. And honey, this ain't an airport. You do not need to make an announcement either way. Stay or go. I don't give a fuck. Shit. Shit. And it's not an SSRI, so you can just take it off, Hi, Kenny. Um, how do you not obsess? You're losing your hair. I'm going through the same. Because I've obsessed for so long with my hair loss, and stressing over hair loss makes you more stressed, which causes more hair loss. Stress causes hair loss, right? So you need to stop stressing over it. It is what it is. Girl, I'm gonna try some hair toppers. Let's embrace what we got and use what we can to make us look better and feel better. I don't know if I'm older than you or not, but I've been losing my hair since I was 36. You know, 36, 36. And it's stressed me out. But stressing doesn't help the situation. It could make it worse. And gray hair at 27. 27? Gray hair? Is it running your family? You love toppers. I know. I'm excited. You're 53. Yes. So, girl, we got to use what we can. Most of the women we see with thick hair, guess what? Toppers, extensions. Girl, I'm telling you, stop being ashamed. It is what it is. Fuck is a good release. Yeah. No, well, some people like fucking better. Dan really would like fucking. I've been so sick, right? No, just stress out, Martin and Guardian. Well, that stress, Frankie, stress. Stress is here's what happened. This is what my theory is. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you what my theory is with hair. Being that I have fibromyalgia, and I've always been in a state of stress, which is fibromyalgia. Your body can't breathe, right? Your body can't fucking breathe. Your muscles are so fucking tight. Your joints are pulled in every direction because your muscles are pulling them because they're so tight. Your ligaments are tight. Everything's fucking tight. Everything is in a disarray. Everything is so just fuckaroonie. They're just so everything. Your body's just in a constant state of what the fuck, right? And when your body's in a state of what the fuck, right, nothing can produce right. Your oxygen, your blood doesn't flow right. Your oxygen doesn't get through to the places that you need to get through. If you're not eating well, you're not exercising, that's gonna fuck you up too. So I believe like all that. Like it's funny because when I get my Botox or my trigger point injections, like my body can be like, oh. And I believe I believe our hair is also reminiscent of that problem is it can't breathe, right? It can't breathe because we're so stressed out that when you're stressed and the more stressed we are, the more stressed our follicles get and they just release it because they're just tired of holding on and fighting to keep it, right? That is what my theory is. My theory is if we can just relax and not stress out so much, maybe we'd have better luck with our hair. And our follicles will just be happy. right? We have the normal shed, which is normal because hair's got to die. Well, it is dead, but anyway, it's got to release because, it needs a new functioning hair follicle or hair piece, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's because it's like stressed out and your brain is stressed. When I get those shots in my head, it hurts like a motherfucker, right? Because my tightness of my scalp is ridiculous. And that's not a healthy place for your hair. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Your hair's not healthy because you're stressed. Don't stress out about your hair. Let's figure out a way that we can feel more confident, right? And that's what I'm doing. We need happy follicles. And like and when you get um and when you get like massages and stuff, acupuncture, my acupuncturist has been gone. And where'd she go? Is it Korea? I think Korea. Somewhere. And on the Asian side, I can't remember exactly, but she's been gone. But when it's like releases the stress, and I'm like, oh, my follicles can breathe. Babies just stay there. It's like help for like get those help. Massage your scalp. Be nice to it. Talk to it, rub it, move your scalp. They say to move your scalp like this. Can you see my scalp moving? You're just kind of grabbing it and moving it back and forth and rub it and show them that you love them. I don't do it enough. I don't do it enough. I don't do it enough. But we need to let our follicles breathe. We need to let our scalp be happy. A happy scalp is happy hair. So that's just all my thinking. If I release, maybe it'll relax it and then I'll have new hair growth or my hair will be happy and stay. That's it. That's what I'm thinking about. Sue, you asked, did Sue ask? Or somebody asked about my relationship with grandpa. Um, and then I'm gonna go. I have an appointment pretty soon, but I gotta get outside. You have halos? Yeah. Uh, Mouse says, Mom, my information's in my link tree. Yeah. Mrs. D Cell NorCal 3. All you have to remember is my handle name 3@gmail.com. It's very simple. So yeah, so massage your hair. I need to do better at that too. And it releases the tension in your scalp. But these hair toppers are normal. They're in. Even people with hair are wearing them just to fill their hair up a little bit more. But I think they'll work. Um, Cazo. Yeah, I don't shampoo daily. I know they say that. I think there's some videos already up that, Ricky, I don't know, that said pending. Anyway, so yeah, or shout more scarsher. Um, Rebecca, that's a rude statement. That's a rude statement. If you really had a reason to stress, I'd empathize. We have plenty of money. Thank you for telling me what I have. Um, and this is just ugly. You're being ugly. I can't even be ugly, that ugly back to you. What I can be is very to the point and direct. You're being rude. You don't know my life. You don't know what I deal with, and we're not in competition. Either you're just, oh, your job is, 60 hours a week plus during COVID and RN or whatever the fuck you are. It doesn't matter. That's your choice. That's your job, right? You chose that job. You chose that profession. But it doesn't eliminate my stress because it's not the same as yours. Because I wasn't an RN during COVID, I don't understand what stress is, and I'm not looking for your sympathizing or your empathizing with me. I don't need it. I'm not asking for it. I'm learning how to deal with my stress. But for you to come on here and tell people they don't have stress is rude. Go fix your face. And your stress shouldn't be projected onto me because you're insecure about it and you think I have all the money in the world. No, I don't. I pull from my savings almost every month. But thank you for telling me that I have plenty of money. I appreciate that. Have the day you deserve, honey. Anyway, sorry. Everything she's saying, she's speaking about herself. She's not happy with who she is. How sad is that? Yes, I'm not happy with who I am. That's exactly what I said. I'm so glad you got that out of my speech. You stayed here long enough to decode what I said. I appreciate that. Good listening ears. Um, Good listening ears. It's so funny because, people think they know you. People think, and some of you are You know, you're just as guilty as thinking and judging. We all are. We all judge. We all assume, right? And assuming makes an ass out of everybody because don't tell me what don't assume people have money. Don't ever assume people have money. You know, because I have a 20 how old's my car? 24-year-old Porsche makes me rich? No, that was bought 24 years ago when we had money, when we were working, and my husband was an attorney making money. Do we have houses? Yes, we have 3. We used to have more, but we had to sell them to get by when my husband had a heart attack and when he dissolved his partnership with his partner. We're human, things happen. Luck hasn't been on our side financially. Hasn't been on our side financially. I'm not embarrassed of it. It's just life. It happens. We used to have 5, 6 houses. We have 3 now. That was our retirement. We're cash poor. We don't have a lot of cash. But I can tell you, I pull from my savings almost every month the last couple months. So, do I have money problems? Yeah, I would say so. I'm not whining about it, Rebecca. I was just pointing out what you accused me of, right? You came at me, so I was just trying to tell you you are a angry woman who is very unhappy with yourself because you come here projecting your bullshit. You're listening to me. You chose to listen to me. I'm not complaining about anything. I'm speaking facts, my facts. You look at that as whining or whatever you're talking about. I'm replying to you. I'm not complaining about my life. I'm helping other people. I could help you too if you had an open mind, but I see it's impossible because you're still closed-minded. And I can't help that. I can't fix that. You have to want to fix that. I was like you a long time ago, but I changed and I feel happier. And as an RN, you said you are, you should be a little bit more open-minded. That's scary. And if I had you as an RN acting like this, I would be very, 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 very uncomfortable. You know, bedside manner and all. Your house, mine is worth 5,000, 50,000. I get a picture. Your house, mine is worth 50,000. I don't understand. So what? Who cares what your house worth? Who cares what mine's worth? What does that have to do with fucking anything? Who cares about your pension? I don't have a fucking pension. I have to rely because my husband was self-employed on what he put in his 401k. We don't even have life insurance anymore. What do you want me to say? I mean, are we still comparing? Because I can still compare with you. So I might be better off financially with houses. Oh no. So you hold that against me. You hold that against me. Girl, fix your face.
Gerontology. Oh shit, it's raining.
Yeah, it's a sprinkle. You're not going to melt.
Is it raining up there?
Um, Anyway, I just hate when people do that shit, you know? My pillar's on the right side. God has mysterious ways. God does. Wish that RN was in the chat. I know, right? She's an RN bitching. Like, girl, I know you hate your job. That's obviously she hates your job. I don't even want to thank you. I thank most RNs because I think they're powerful people and they're amazing people for standing up. But I would never want to say that to you because you're being ugly to me. And that's maybe I'm a 2-year-old. I'll take it. She says, I'm very happy. Don't need to just relax in my retirement, enjoy my grandbabies. Well, you're choosing to come on social media and attack a woman, a fellow woman, who you think life is better than yours. And this is not a comparison, honey. Enjoy your grandbabies. You have grandbabies? You should know better. You're old enough to know better and not be so ugly. Yeah. Hi Brenda G. How you doing, girl? How are the cows? How are the calves? How is the property? How is the spring weather? Do you still have it? What the fuck? You know, what the fuck? Um Who's here?
Yeah. I don't want these sprinklers. Yeah.
Dan, it did get worse. You missed your
Singing in the rain.
Hi. Oh, is it time?
No, no. But I'm gonna show her what her mom does all day. Who she deals with.
I was like, shit, have I been on this long?
You're friendly, but you're not afraid. No.
Anyway. Sorry, I'm just talking, but God, I hate ugly people, you know? Fix your face. Fix it. Just fix it. Oh, prison RN. Got it. Got it. There is a difference. Now I understand why you're kind of like a little chipped. Yeah. Like chipped. Yeah. Be happy, girl. You made a lot of money. You chose that career. Don't come at me for your anger towards what you did. Because, I had a career too once. I worked. I worked. I woke up really early in the morning. I worked and took my 3 babies to work with me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I've been there. I've had stress. I've run a company with 40 something plus employees. And that's not easy. Give me a break.
And you started a brand new center. She got picked to start a brand new center in a nice area.
Oh, fuck you, Lily. Yes, I got to get off because I got to get some shit done before my appointment. I got to leave in like 20 minutes. Anyway, everybody has stress. That's the thing. Stress isn't inconclusive to people because you had a harder life than somebody else. How do you compare your life to somebody else's? Because everything is subjective. Everything is so fucking subjective, in life. My mom died, bitch. My dad committed suicide, bitch. And bitch, I mean everybody. Like it's just a term of, whatever. I had a hard childhood. I didn't get beat. I didn't get, sexually abused. Maybe. I kind of had a dream, and I think maybe one time. Anyway, that's a whole different story. And, I had Ed. That my childhood was shit. I wanted to be with my family, just because I didn't get, have similar fucking shit than you doesn't mean my life was any better than yours. That's why people got to stop fucking doing this shit and throwing daggers. Oh, yeah, bleh, whatever. Yeah, my husband worked for a very short time and made a lot of fucking money. And he could have still made a lot of money, but he couldn't after his depression from the disinvolvement of his partnership and then a heart attack. It made things worse. I'm just saying, this is life. You adjust to it. And I don't know why I got so fucking attacked by that. Anyway, it was just very aggressive. You're enjoying your retirement. It doesn't seem like it if you're spending time watching somebody you don't like. Um, anyway, Ed is chilling. He's chilling. He's chilling. He got a shower this morning. He's clean. He's shaved. He ate. I very little coughing this morning, so that's great. We love no coughing food. And so like that's really hard, It's really hard, the coughing, and it's frustrating. For any of you who have to deal with the coughing. It's very frustrating, right? Because you're like, all right, enough, just trying to get him to sometimes, he kind of just eats with his eyes closed and, everything's cognitive, right? The coughing typically is a cognitive thing more when he's tired, I believe. And so, and when he talks and he's eating, and that accentuates it too. Why is it liquid in his lungs? There's no liquid in his lungs. There's none. There's none. There's no liquid at all. He's fine. Like he has a nurse that comes by. Bye, girl. He has a nurse that comes by every couple weeks. They listen to his lungs. He doesn't have aspirative pneumonia. Everybody talks about that shit. His lungs seem leaky. No. I'm not your favorite person. Well, Myra, why are you here? I'm not forcing you to be here. You know what I mean? So anyway, I canceled my membership, so I hopefully can sign back up for Engorged. Oh, well, why did you cancel it? Anyway, so this is oh, see, here she comes again. She just can't help it. She's retired, y'all, and she enjoys her grandbabies, but she's still fighting back. That's how you can tell somebody's really enjoying their retirement, right? Continue whining. Watch for my book. You'll see a childhood. Honey, I wouldn't pay a damn cent to support you with the way you're acting. Are you kidding me? Yeah. No, thank you. I'm good. Thank you, Brenda. It's my birthday too tomorrow. So y'all should be celebrating with me. My pre-birthday birthday, I'm gonna be 52. Yay me. Whoa! Love getting older. She's cutting me down. Well, she just wants to be better than me, I guess. And this is no competition. This is none. I'm not trying to compete with anybody here. You'd like me, stay or don't. I have a book too, Rebecca. Why don't you buy it? Maybe you'll learn something. Learn how to be a better person. It's called There You Have It. And I have children's books too. So if that's more your level, you can read them to your grandbabies. We have like 4 books out. Check Amazon, you'll love them. Anyway, thank you, Lori girl. Anyway, so did you get your lips done? No. Not recently. I did my lips like what, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Every time I go see my lady, I'm like, do I need more? I think I need a little bit more. She's like, girl, no. She's good because, that's how people get addicted to the plumper, because you're like, I don't see it anymore. And she's like, no. I mean, she could just take my money, right? But she doesn't. No. Hi, Geraldine. I'm like, just give me a little plumper. She's like, I can't with you, Danielle. That's how she remembers me because every time I go in, can you do my lips? I think they're deflating. I need just a little bit more. She's like, no, you don't. Damn it. Just a little pinch. She's like, girl. Because as you age, your lips disappear. And those disappear. The outer lips and these disappear. Yeah. So I did. You got to do whatever it takes. I'm on here, right? So long. And I see myself every fucking day. And so, I want to do what makes me feel good, right? I want to do what makes me feel good. I know she's keeping them natural because that's what I want to be like. But God, I think does it look like I got plumpers? I don't know. I just want like a little bit more. My glands are swollen. These allergies here are killing me. Anyway, so I'm going today to, I'll tell you later what I'm doing. I'm not gonna tell you yet. I'm gonna see if you notice. But I do. I do a little bit. What I get, Gina, if I could do a surgery, I would just do a mini lift. I need to lift these hound dogs right here. Right here. And it just make me look a little refreshed. Just a little tuck. Like that thread thing? I would do that. I don't wanna go under. I would never go under. I'm too scared. I never cared about my lip size. Maybe I should. Which ones, Amy? These or these? These, I don't give a shit. They're shriveled and they're happy, I guess. I don't know. Everything's just showing the secrets. Everything's out. But that's okay. I don't mind the secrets to be told. I'm only with my husband. Now, if I was with somebody else, I might be a little insecure about the secrets because the secrets are there. They're not hidden anymore, right? Either ones. You can Botox those too, girl, but I wouldn't. Um, back in the day, the outer lips covered all the secrets, right? And some of us have little peekaboos, but just a peekaboo. After fucking menopause hits, the lips go away, everything's out. You're like, wow, where'd those come from? Where, where do those babies come from? I don't remember it being like that. Do you? So, yeah, you want a facelift? So, yeah, and I couldn't imagine being single. If I was going out with a younger man, they'd be like, what the fuck do we do with that? What is that? Do I bite it? Do I flick it? What the hell is that? Does it flick me? Can you, I don't know, slap me around a little bit with your lips, your innards? I don't know. Bye, Dr. V. So I don't care about those shit. That shit stays hidden unless I'm in a bikini or something. They might poke out a little bit, but it's fine because I lost my lips. I lost these too. So I did these because I just need a little bit. You're dying. Oh, don't fall. But you know what I mean? Are you old enough to know what I mean? First of all, are any of you old enough to know what I mean? Because if your peekaboos are not peekaboos no longer, you can fucking slap somebody with that shit. Loose lip sync chips. Or they slap them around when they're just the visuals in my head standing over Dan, like flapping him around. You want that? Be careful. Watch out, bitches. She's coming. I ain't joking either. Men, the women who have just like, yeah, want a piece of this? I can't catch it. Stop moving. So the our men are nice. I mean, I'm more appalled at the way she looks. I'm like, how do you like her? She's scary looking. Like she lost, like, the fuck is going on down there? Like, you don't need to see all that. Nobody wants to see all that. I don't even want to see all that. Yes, I do, HRT. More to taste? I don't know. I mean, and then they start sucking on them like they're fucking, a lollipop or something. A slab of beef, they're just trying to savor the savorings, And then you wonder when they're pulling on them, is it growing them more? The helicopter. Woo! Look at this, bitches. I can do a helicopter too and clap at the same time. Yes, don't look. Fuck, that shit's scary ass. So no, I just chose to do my lips up here. Fuck those. They're hidden mostly. And I do a little Botox because I have to fix what my what my maxillofacial doctor does. So I do. I do. Sorry. Um, and I do a little Botox in other places that helps. Yeah. Like my neck and my jaw. Because, our fucking faces fall, right? Our faces fall when we're older. We lose the elastic. I have good skin, but our faces fall because everything else falls. I mean, look at your legs when you walk. You see how the fucking dead, like the hanging skin, like, and it's extra cellulite and wrinkly. Ugh. All the youngins. I told my girls, Dawn, I gotta go. I told my girls a long time ago. I said, girls, you better take pictures of your vaginas now because they aren't gonna look the same after childbirth. I tell my girls. I told them. I've told them that for years. Take your pictures, hide it, put it in a special folder because when you get my age, you're gonna be like, I don't even remember what it looks like. I just know shit. Sure as shit, it didn't look like that when I was younger. You can't get boys with that. You can't get young boy. You can't fall in love with something looking like that. Now I know some of you guys have this shit born with it, and you can't help but the minora does, the labia minora, but fuck. I mean, I had a peekaboo. My bun wasn't fully closed, but I had a cute peekaboo. It's got to be cute when you're younger. How do you land a guy? How do you land one? You can't. You can't. This isn't gonna land. I mean, it might scare people. If I was single, this shit might scare somebody away. They'd be like, "Fuck, I don't know what the hell. Is there a disease on there? Is there something wrong? Why does it look like that?" You know, you can't. You can't show this and be sexy. Like I don't feel sexy. Real men, no complaints. Luckily, I mean, could you imagine if our husbands were like, "Oh, honey, you gotta cover. Can you turn off the lights, please?" Honey, why don't you touch me anymore? I don't know what to do with all that. Oh, shit. I can't. I see way too much penis already as it is in this house. I don't want to see anymore. So, oh, look, Rebecca's still here correcting me. I didn't say vagina. Rebecca, pay attention. As an RN, you should have heard that. I said labia majora and labia minora. They are the fucking outer and inner lips. You should know that as an RN. At least it's basic anatomy. You lose the labia majora, which are the outer buns, and the labia minora start hanging after childbirth, right? So you lose it, and everything in between, girl, look between your legs. I'm sure yours is quite long. Yeah. You can surgically take them off. Yeah, you can surgically take them off. I have a couple people who've done that, but I don't need to do it. I mean, I don't fucking care. So what? You see a little outline on my bathing suit. I'm still sexy as fuck. Just watch for the slip. You don't need a lip slip, a beef slip. Ooh, mama, you got to tuck that in. Oh shit, the beef's out again. Fuck. I would never surgically cut that shit off. I know somebody who did it and said it was fucking painful. Anyway, yeah, could you imagine snip, snip? Just tuck them in. Glue, put some vaginal glue in there and fold that shit in. We'll be cute. Yeah, we'll be cute. Look at me. I'm sexy. Yeah. I was gonna say something. I can't go on this. I gotta go. I gotta go with my fucking, and I'm just sitting here holding that. Yeah. So I don't know what you do with men. Just be careful. Sometimes it hurts when it depends how long your beef is. If you got long beef, it's a be very it could hurt women, just so you know. If you got like shorter beef, it's not uncomfortable. I've never felt the uncomfortable, but I know people who have beef and it hurts. Just be careful with your older women. Younger men, if you are there and you go with an older woman, they're going to have some beef, literally. Um, and if they don't, well, then they got lucky, like with hair. So just be careful with it. Know it's there. As it could, slip in and hurt her, but just be gentle and kind to her. Ask her how to handle the beef, you know? If she doesn't say anything about it, just go for it, just get it in and get it out, and have fun. But you don't have to flick it. You don't have, there's nothing weird you got to do with the beef. It's just, you got to make sure it's just out of the way. It's gentle. It's very sensitive. So, just love them, appreciate them because they have done some amazing things. Birth children mostly. Yeah, birth children. And not only birth children, but menopause also does weird shit with our vagina lips. Oh, I said vagina lips. Oh, I apologize. The vagina is internal, as Rebecca, the RN in the prison, said. So I can't say vagina lips. Sorry. I apologize for saying vagina lips. But yeah, vagina lips are different. Yeah, they're different. Anyway, all right, I gotta go, people. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Me and my meat curtains are leaving. We're flapping away. Bye, bitches. Anyway, remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter. You got to believe it. In order to believe it, you got to follow through with yourself and your emotions and understand that it's okay to feel the way you're feeling. Take a deep breath and decide how you're going to react. And sometimes no reaction is the best reaction, especially with the ones you love. It is what it is. So I'm going to my facial appointment. We'll see you tonight. Tonight's a live night with me and Dan. Girls, everybody who's got meat curtains right now, you stand up and you move side to side and you fucking clap those motherfuckers and be proud of yourself. Be proud of what your body did. If you've got stretch marks, you've got loose skin, you've got a belly that looks like a roadmap, just enjoy it, just shake it and appreciate it because you know what? You gave life. You gave life to some beautiful humans. Well, mostly beautiful humans. It depends on how, those adult children, you never know where to go. So, everybody now just do it. Enjoy it. Touch your body. You remember the Divinals? I touch myself. Uh, anyway, just appreciate it. We are so hard on ourselves every day for our looks, our fucking bodies, the changes of our bodies, and wishing we were somebody else. You know what? We are who we are. We need to learn to embrace it and just go with it, like with the hair. This is me. I'm a thin-haired girl, and I will always be. But there are ways to go around it. There are ways to make you feel more confident. And you guys, women, do what makes you feel confident. Do it. Do it. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you later tonight. Hi, Amy Lou. Love you, girl. Bye. Bye. Oh, bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.